They're always so
They're about to hear a lot of tea that they did not need to know
That
about.
was so funny.
We always get so surprised, even though we are warned. So we just get so sucked up in conversation, but we always get so surprised.
Yes.
By the line.
Hello.
Oh, thank you,
everybody.
producer, for the
Thank
heads
you,
up.
Nick. We love you. So hello everybody. Welcome back to Hilarity Save, Gays and Feys, Treasures and Treason. This is our talk back for episode 2, which was scary and juicy, and I struck fear into many a person that night. So this is a talkback for a live show that is benefiting Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a lovely, lovely organization built by trans people for trans people, giving them financial opportunities and also a hotline for them to call when they need to talk to someone who understands. So if you have any monies to spare, if you have any cash or coin to spare, please do consider donating to Trans Lifeline. We have so many donation incentives up there that can affect the players in game, and it's really, really fun. We got one off on Monday, and then I have one saved for this coming Monday specifically for Blackwell because he got a little prize. So yes, I am Taylor. You can find me on Hilarity Save RPG. I play Cecily Belgram and Minds Never Matter. I do this, and I'm also an illustrator. I draw pretty pictures, so find me on Murchie_art pretty much everywhere you can put a person on the internet. And I'm going to pass it to Britt.
I was like looking at my face and was like, I look pissed. Smile, Britt. I forget sometimes. Hi, everyone. I'm Britt, half of Dungeon Dropouts. And something really cool coming really, really, really soon. I'm going to be one of those really annoying people that's like, something's coming, but like something really, really cool I'll be talking about very, very soon that I'm very excited about. So make sure you're paying attention to me because it is like my lifeblood and I'm so excited about it. But I will also tonight be over on Game Master Monday for the first episode of Castaway, where I am playing Michelle Carter. She is a D&D podcast producer. Yes, she is related to Aaron Carter in my brain. That was on purpose. Rest in peace, my baby. Anyway. I am so happy to be here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm there. I'm on my channel. I'm going to be on Roll D5 tomorrow playing Die RPG, being GM'd by Keon, and it is going to be super, super cool. I've never played this RPG before, but our concept is cool. My character is really fucking cool. So a little one shot. So if you're free tomorrow at 8 p.m., I will be on Roll D5. And I will pass this over to Brina.
Hi, howdy. I'm Sabrina, aka BBEG Brina, anywhere you enter the net. In this game I play Amaya. And in general, I'm out and about. You can catch me on the 26th at the Strangers Guild for season 4, episode 2, which is crazy. If you want to see me play somebody who is equally sweet but has been induced into rage, check that out. And yeah, I'll pass it to Blackwell.
All right. Hey, everyone. How y'all doing? My name is Blackwell. You're every man in the TTRPG/D&D verse here on the interwebs, and I'm just here to show you that, hey, you can do this too. You can hop on the stream, tell a fabulous story with some fabulous people, and then you head back to your 9 to 5 the following day. Or if you're like me, you have a 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 wake-up call from your residential kaiju. You can find me around various places because I am your everyman. I am just here to show you that you can do this too. You can find me on most platforms as Everyman95. You have to put an underscore between the Everyman and 95 part because usernames are weird. And I'm going to pass it to Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I'm an actor and a voice actor and an audiobook narrator and TTRPG big nerd. So you can find me every other Sunday streaming Monster Hearts 2 with Punch and Roll for Initiative, where we play horny monsters who get into post-rapture apocalyptic shenanigans. And if you're interested in following me and my life and my recovery from knee surgery. You can find me on Instagram at sgodleski. Amelia.
Hi, everybody. I am Amelia, Amelia Malcolm, also known as Disabled Dystopian. You can find me everywhere at Disabled Dystopian. But this week, let's see, on Friday, you can find me with Nerds with Dice for the finale of our two-part Wintry Hunger game where we serve the Yuki Onna, and I play her disgruntled, rebellious child chef who exists as a pot that constantly makes food. And then on Saturday, you can catch me back as Elia Ego or Hero, depending on the moment, the wrestler in Road to Wrestle Deep with Creative Disarray, where Faerun and Dungeons and Dragons meets wrestling, WWE style wrestling. And I play your big muscle mommy Vengeance Paladin. And then you can't catch this, but we record it on Sundays. But after coming back here and seeing us again on Monday this coming week, Taylor, can I tell them? Can I tell them, Taylor? You can catch myself for the first time on the internet GMing with Bard Shots with Bard Shots for the very first episode of my actual play show that will hopefully go across many one-shots and many limited adventures on many different stages. Roll around and find out where everything takes place in my D&D world that is my homebrew world that is setting agnostic. However, the first adventure you will see will be in a Dungeons and Dragons 5.5 adventure level 15 three-parter, and one of the people in that level 15 three-parter is who I am about to pass it off to, which is our GM here, but one of my favorite paladins, Taylor Murchie. I'm popcorning it to you. This is the first time I'm announcing that for the first time, people can see me GM outside of being at my table on Tuesday.
It's very exciting. If you want to watch me be a stupid, muscly paladin that somehow got herself into a stupidly long quest, absolutely come and check it out when it is available. So I have a few questions for everybody based on their characters, and I'm pulling them up so that I can remember them because I have the short-term memory of a goldfish.
You also have the brilliance of a goldfish, because goldfishes are brilliant.
This is true. And when I actually keep up on my hair, I'm also orange. So I am going to go around and we are going to answer 3 questions. The first one being, in your character's life, what is a small kindness that has been done to them that may seem insignificant but stayed with them for forever? What is something that if they could go back in time, what is something that they would do differently? And what's their favorite food? Mostly because I'm hungry and it smells like homemade chicken and vegetable stock in my home right now. And I will answer this for an NPC as well when we get around to it, when we vote on that. So I'm going to pass it to Britt again. Britt.
Oh, okay. Kindness that was extended. I would say, you know what? I would say was it the first episode when we were all getting dressed to go to the ball, and everyone was like getting dressed and getting all their accessories and stuff out, and like I was made like an owl ring and like some earrings, and then like a little mask and stuff was made. I think that was probably for Kieran the first time that she's been in a situation where it was like communal without there being like any kind of underlying thing underneath, or like people wanting something from her. So I would say that was probably something that's going to stick with her like through the rest of this time. I think that was the moment that was like, we are on a mission, but we are also friends. And then what was the second one? I don't remember.
The second one was if your character could go back in time and change one thing, what would they do differently?
Ooh, that's a good
And it can
one.
be within the bounds of the game, or it can be within the bounds of your backstory.
Ooh, yeah. I think. Oh gosh. So my initial answer was gonna be she would go back and probably never really be involved with the order that she was in the first place. But I also feel like your life experiences bring you where you're supposed to be. So I kind of don't want to stick with that answer. So I think if she could change anything, it might have been staying on the dance floor a little bit longer, giving herself that moment of like airiness and connection instead of trying to force herself maybe to get right back to the mission. Knowing that like joy is part of the mission too. Like you've got to be in a good headspace. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
I love that. And what is Kieran's favorite food?
um I really want, we were talking about desserts and now I really want cookies. And so I'm going to go with chocolate chip cookies are her favorite.
Oh, I love that. I love when such a like stoic kind of character or like such a take charge character has a sweet tooth. And I don't know
Yeah.
why. But when they're like, oh, baked goods, it just makes my heart so happy.
Yeah, because you're like, is it going to be like, I don't know, what do like tough people eat? Like hot dogs? Like, I don't know what. I'm not tough, so I couldn't tell you. What
I don't know what
tough
tough
people eat?
Protein.
Protein, yeah, protein.
I'm
Chicken
tough
and
and I
broccoli
eat
and
hot
rice.
dogs. I'll down so many of those things.
Hot dogs, corn dogs, hamburgers, I don't know. Yeah, so we're going to go with the chocolate chip cookie.
So cute. Hey, chocolate chip cookie has protein in it too.
That's fair. Everything's got a little protein, I think. Don't ask me.
Wow. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a DM. I'm gonna pass it to. I just passed it to Britt. I'm so stupid.
Just pass it
Brina.
back to me again. I'll just answer them differently this time.
Hey. The small act of kindness. I think Amaya was like a weird kid, and everybody like acknowledged that she was weird. And I think probably when she was like pretty old for an elf, but pretty young, like in general, like 9, 10, like human kind of years. A little girl that was around her age saw her like being picked on and told her that she thought that she was special and not that she was weird. And that kind of stuck with her. And I think that's like one of the reasons she cares about people so much, is because somebody cared enough to tell her that.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
I'm sorry, I forgot everything else. I'm just thinking about food now. I can't lie.
What if Amaya could go back in time and change one thing? One of her decisions specifically. What would she do differently?
I think now that she's in this place, she was so focused on her anger and the moon basically telling her like, I'm giving you the power to like kill the people who have wronged my children. She focused so much on being strong and like combating that she forgot to do things to protect herself and to be able to protect the children. And I think especially in these moments when like the cobalt died and everything that's happened, I think she just wished she could protect people more. So maybe learning more about protection.
Oh.
And her favorite food, I think Amaya is a seafood boil girly, and I think that she like eats it so messily and unapologetically.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't do that texturally myself. Things in my hands, terrible time.
That's fair.
But
I just picture this like little star girl, like crab leg potato, like
Ah.
Yeah.
Seasoning all over the face.
Yeah.
Somehow in the eyebrows.
That sounds very good now. Thank you for that. Like making a list of all the things I must eat soon.
And our next up is going to be Steph with Faggio.
Hi. I'm sorry, what's the first question wording again?
What is a small kindness that has been done that like someone did for Faggio that seemed insignificant but has stayed with Faggio this whole time?
I think so. I was thinking that like Faggio as a kid was like he was just like a normal kid and kind of like not super athletic and not super cool and not super like fast or like charming. And I think he was playing with some other kids one day and they got in trouble and all the other kids were able to like get away fast, but he got caught by these guards, these like knights that were about to, I don't know, beat him up, teach him a lesson, something. And I think the most beautiful woman he's ever seen in his entire life was just like some woman passing by on the street, just another like peasant person, just like someone who wasn't high class or anything, just stepped in and told the guards to leave me alone. And I think that from that day, Faggio realized like he had a small obsession with beauty after that, but he just thought the most beautiful thing someone could possibly be is someone who like protects someone else. So I think that he realized that he needed to learn how to pay that forward. Started doing push-ups the next day.
That's so sweet.
And I think, oh gosh, I have this image of like, so Faggio's been doing this like arena circuit performance for a very long time with his partner. And I just wonder if there was like, one where like because like Rigarath like went crazy after the dragons merged or whatever, but like I wonder if there was a moment pre all of the really terrible stuff that Rigarath like showed up to one of the arena fights and Faggio won and got to meet this like this dragon, Draco Hydra. And I wonder if he has a thought that like maybe before he came into power or became so powerful, there was a moment he could have stopped the things that have happened and done a very horrible but bold thing to stop all the things that could have happened in the future. But so I think he wonders.
Yeah.
And
what's his favorite food?
I also want cookies right now. I feel like he definitely has a sweet tooth because like, have you met him? But like, I feel like he's like really into like patisserie. So like something like really outlandish and fancy and like creative and stuff. So I feel like his favorite food is maybe like a macaron.
Ooh, yes.
All the different colors and flavors, and he just like pops them in his mouth. Keeps a little secret like coin purse that has like a couple macarons every time he goes on a mission.
You think this is my coins? No, this is my snack pocket. That is perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pass it to Blackwell.
I think I'm gonna start backwards because we're talking about food. I think in general, all my characters, they love anything apple flavor. So like apple pie, apple tarts. Then again, now that we're talking about like pies, my brain goes into mango peach pie.
Ooh.
We could throw that on there as well. But anything that's like apple flavor. I see Brina's face just like that's.
Brina's like melting at this food delicious descriptions.
Like I've always thought about like mango and peach or mango pineapple. We need to get into the kitchen. We got to figure that out. Anyways, but anything that's apple flavor, just all my characters have some form of like sweet tooth when it comes to apples. I believe it was something that they would like to change, and then something like the greatest, like this something small that someone did for them.
Mm-hmm.
This is a twofold answer, which is very funny that I'm going right now. They would change the fact that they exist, and they're grateful for the fact that they do exist. I can't go into that right now.
Yes, because me and Blackwell were scheming. And the way that Sayor was created is very interesting. And I can't wait till we get into it. Because Kalistar are fun. And we homebrewed a little stuff.
It will be interesting. Yeah. But that's all I can say right now, because I also got to get up and put the kaiju to bed.
Oh, bedtime for baby.
Yeah, bedtime. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. And Amelia.
So I'm also going to switch up the order here, just so we can all stop talking about food, because we were talking about food before we went live, and we're killing each other by talking more about food. So in the interest of keeping like cultural dishes and things of the mortal plane out of the Feywild, there are dishes that I do think Nandipa would love that I am not going to reference. What I am going to say, though, is that a salmon omelet.
Take me now, God.
Yes. A salmon omelet with Waffle House style hash browns on the side would be lots of greens and vegetables would be Nandipa's go-to sort of dinner dish. She more than likely charmed somebody into getting it for her at an expensive like private chef situation once, and it was the best it was ever going to be, and she has unfortunately been unable to recreate it because she never actually asked for the recipe. She just went off the vibe that she could remember. So that's sort of what she's dealing with, is she's had it really, really well done like 3 times and she can't recreate it at home.
I adore that, and I also like, in my head, with her charming people into getting her these delicious meals, I'm like, did this woman ever need to know how to cook? Did this woman ever need to know how to cook, or did other people just get charmed into doing that for her? Because that's hilarious.
And I will specify, when I say charmed, I don't mean charmed person. I mean Nandipa just got it like that. Like she's. If Sayer were here, if they ever live together, she's definitely the one that like goes out on dates with people who like ask her out to dinner, and she goes, "I'm not gonna give you anything, but you'll be a nice free meal." And then, like,
goes out to dinner just so that other people pay for your food. That is valid. I love that.
Also, favorite food would be. Again, I want to reference what I'm excited about having myself, but I got to stay in the mindset of the character. And pecan pie is her shit.
Oh, yes.
Add cinnamon to that, and that's like her go-to dessert. A cinnamon pecan. Honestly, some sort of fusion between apple and pecan. Like, would probably pecan pie.
I love when pecan pie is hot and it's just like sugar sludge with nuts in it.
Yes. The small kindness, I'm going to wait because I'm waiting for Blackwell to get back for a very specific reason. The regret.
He is putting a toddler to bed right now, which might take
a while. Yes, I understand. I'm just listen. We're We're doing the best we can with that. Uh, for the regret was very, very recent. If they could go back in time and change one thing, it would be that the minute that people started talking about, or the minute that Rhaegareth said something about her being a very good distraction, she would have played her situation a little bit differently, because Oren really could have been. So the thing that Nandipa hasn't talked about is that Nandipa is polyamorous. Uh, she has a partner that is not here, that she keeps out of danger, out of the spotlight, out of attention. But that she would have talked to Oren about it and been like, hey, I really, we hit it off real on a deeper level, and he died for her. And this is Taylor. I need to be Nandipa in another adventure so that I can either become a cleric and get true resurrection, or become a bard who gets high enough level to get true resurrection, or go find someone who can do a true resurrection so that this man could live the life that he deserved to continue to live, or the life he never got to live, which is a life of freedom. I need this for Nandipa.
We'll see what happens in the next episode. We'll see.
Yeah, and then the last thing. Well, they're not here, but who knows how long it'll be before they are. I think the small kindness, to make it not about Sayer, because it was going to be about Sayer, is when her mother passed, her father. Oh wait. Oh, do I get to switch
Yay!
it back? Yes.
Now we can make it about Sayer.
Yes. I'm so glad you're back. Because I can make this about your character now. Because that's what I was gonna do before you had to take care of a kaiju. I the small kindness that meant a lot was the first time that Sayer got rid of a one night stand the morning after. But and truly, like, they had decided to become a musical duo at this point, but this was like after a show, after the success finally like really started to take off. Nandipa was already living her free life in every way before that, but then you have a really good show, and then Nandipa is the type of person that when they are singing in an actual like room and not for a dictator, they make deep eye contact with one person, and it's while they are giving a show to however big the audience is, they're also giving a show to one person, and things happen afterwards with that one person. And there was one day where Sayer got rid of her so that Nandipa didn't have to. And that was the day that Nandipa was like, this guy could totally be a solo act. He does not need me. But he is choosing to be my partner in music and show, and truly mean that by helping me tell like my one night my after concert hookups to get out. Hell yeah. And that's when she fell in platonic love with Sayer.
He is the realist. Now, speaking of last session, I want to hear thoughts. I want to hear theories. Amelia, I
We'll save that for Monday. We'll save that for in-game. We're not gonna
save that secret.
Yeah.
We also did a little scheming session.
Yeah. My theory isn't a theory. and I just promised to wait till in-game.
Yeah. Amelia was like, wait a minute. And I was like, shush. So I want to hear thoughts on last session. I want to hear theories. Last session was really heavy. Really fucking heavy. And I just wanted to shout everyone here out for making it through that and being the wonderful, fantastic players you are, and also like making sure that your safety is there. So I greatly appreciate everybody that I'm playing with, that I can tell those stories and have it be still safe for people at my table, because that's the number one thing that I'm always concerned about, is making sure that you all feel safe and sound while we're playing pretend. So if anyone would like to go first on their thoughts and feelings of last session.
I can go. Thoughts and feelings on last session. I don't know if I have ever been more frazzled in a session before. That was hard. It was a lot. I think just like from the perspective of like Britt, but also Kieran, that was really a lesson in letting go. I think there's only so much you can do to control other people. There's only so much you can do to like control your surroundings. And like it doesn't matter what I want, like I have to give people the space to do like what they want to do, even if I'm like, hey, that's not let's not do it that way. So I think coming up on the end where like Amaya has left because they no longer feel like they can trust us, my first instinct was like, we need to go after Amaya, but then it was also like, but we have a mission and we should really go this way. And also I need to honor the fact that she might not want to be with us, so that's why she's left. Rather than like forcing another confrontation, so that we can have that conversation in a place where we're all really emotional and stressed out and high, you know, and just having to make that like, okay, I want to go after her, but I cannot go after her right now, and kind of like reckoning with that. And then on the other end of it, where Nandipa is like, this is my calling, I'm supposed to be a distraction, and trying to deal with the like fallout of that a little bit, and like the concern for our friend, the concern for like everyone that's in the ballroom with us, and like not wanting any harm to come to them, but also like having to stay on track. So I think it was really a test the entire time for her of like how to be a leader but also let go, and just do what I can and like stay on the course. And that was really compelling to me, because I feel like especially in short term situations, you don't really get a chance to have that much conflict at the table. I think to Blackwell's point, I don't remember if it was in our debrief after, but everybody like shies away from it a little bit. And I know that I've never been in a situation where there has been like in-game conflict between PCs like that. So I also was like, what do I do? So that was really interesting. Theories. I have a theory that, are we sharing theories? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Sharing theories?
Yes.
I have a feeling that the Regarath that was in the ballroom is not actually Regarath. That is my theory. You said something very specific about it was something like dipped into his hand, or like something, and something was like, is he like a hologram or something? Like, I don't know if he's
He
a fucking
didn't.
hologram.
The die that I gave him,
That's what it was.
like
Something
went deeper than it should have.
Yeah, and I was just like, wait a minute, but there was so much chaos that I couldn't focus on it. I thought about it last night. Which makes me concerned, because if that was not him that just flew off, where the fuck is he and where are we going? And now I'm scared. So that's me.
I'm gonna pass it to Blackwell, and then we'll go down to Amelia. Blackwell, do you have any? What are your thoughts and feelings of the session and or theories you might have?
Come back to me, because I gotta ruminate on that, because it's like,
All right, Amelia, thoughts and feelings,
a lot of
and
thoughts.
Keep certain theories to yourself.
Of course, hey, besties, we made a promise, okay?
Exactly.
And also, the things that I could do to you, you could also do to me, because Sunday. So obviously, I'm not going to spoil things. I'm just gonna be happy I figured it out. Anyway, the thing that I want to say first is you are the first GM that has made me forget that I could say "Hey" above table. Where I was so in character that I forgot that I could like. Which again, considering on this very channel, we played safe mode disabled Code Lyoko style, and no part of me went, "Hey, wait! I am in the avatar. I can exit the avatar and have an IRL conversation." No, I was so locked in that when I realized, oh no, some of them have been made, no part of me went, okay, let's talk to the players and figure out what we're going to do. Because I was like, I can't get to the rest of them because they're in a different side of the room. And I've been bringing attention to myself to try to let them do their thing, but they've been made anyway. So if I go over there, then I'm made and they're extra made. So I have to just be louder over here. Because like Magician 101 is where I'm telling you to look is not where the magic's happening. Like the trick is not where my hand is, you know. And so I was very much like, if they've all been made, the only thing I can do is go from being an attraction to a problem. And yeah, no one's ever done that to me before in 6 years of playing this game. So uh you were amazing.
I don't know how I feel about being the first person to make you panic so hard you forget you're not the character.
I'll add that to your start playing review. If I can edit my review, I'll be like GM so hard you forget you're an actual person.
Literal isekai.
Yes. Listen, I am working my way through reincarnated as a slime right now. We cannot talk about isekai.
Do you have any theories that are outside of the theory that we cannot...
Yes, or rather I have a fear.
Okay, what is the fear?
I know that there is basically a wish orb or something akin to that we are going after. I worry because it has not been specified if this is a monkey's paw, if this is a be very specific with your wording sort of wish, or if because this is the MacGuffin to put an end to this, it's just say it and it will happen. Like the wish spell in D&D is also a complex thing. So if you're doing this like rules as written, like then we're obviously like someone's going to incur a penalty. There might be payments. Speaking of slime, there might be sacrifices necessary. I'm so concerned about the wish because, and the truth of the matter is, Rhaegarth is bad, but it's not just Rhaegarth, it's the entire administration, it's the structure, it's the people that brought him to power. And even in a less vague sense, it's also the rot. So, like, does getting rid of him suddenly cure the rot that's impacted everyone else? Like, does it suddenly cure the illness? Like, it may make the illness go away or not impact new people, but it's still going to be in the world. And it's like, how detailed a wish can we give? And depending on how high stress we are, how much are we going, like, not to metagame it, but like, has anybody like tried to like write down the exact wordage of the wish to make sure it's as precise as possible? Because I thought about that at the bus stop yesterday.
We will have to see. Blackwell, I'm going to save you for last so you can ruminate, okay? Steph.
I'm done.
Steph, thoughts and feelings.
I thoughts and feelings. I'm glad that I failed my way into a very fun interaction and got to contribute to the group. So I got to do the thing that I wanted to do. And I got to take out one of the obstacles, which ended up not actually mattering, but maybe. But I am glad that I got to do that. And I'm glad that I like failed my whatever perception roll to find like patrons and ended up meeting the coolest time witch ever existing on Earth or the Fey realm. and so I'm appreciative of that. Yeah, it was a batshit session. We were all kind of like everyone was kind of like strapped to the roller coaster, I think, for that one, and just kind of like, what's gonna happen?
I will say the guards definitely did matter, and the guards are the reason you're not doing a prison break for Nandipa right now.
She'll thank me later.
If I may, very quick, she already has plans for later with you. I don't know if she still wants to, given the death that just happened. But I mean, if you're still consenting, that will be her thank you.
She was a gentleman. And I don't know, I have some like fun theories. I'm not too smart, so I don't know what you got all planned there for the rest of the times, but my two theories. One, Regorath is the rot, so you cannot have one without the other. And he is also infected by the rot, so he spreads it just by order of existing, and he wants. So that's another reason why it's so taboo, is because it is directly connected with him, and he uses projections to show face when actually he's like a sick little puppy dog with 5 heads. Second theory, that you're a stinky liar and there is no wish stone, and we're gonna get there and there's jack shit. So either one. Yeah, he knew. No, the fact that you're, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Also, checking in because it came up, is Fagio monogamous? Because I think he's got his partner.
Fagio is monogamous, but I don't know if I told Nandipa that. So
Nandipa has plans, but that will be a lovely conversation for later, where you get to talk about your partner.
Fagio flirts with lots of people, though, so it's not like uncommon, and he wouldn't say no to a kiss of gratitude.
Just a nightly kiss.
Yeah, like a favor, you know.
But, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. It would mean nothing to him, though. He's in love.
He's in love.
That's all I got.
I love it, man. I cannot wait for more Fagio shenanigans on Monday. You have no idea. Brina, do you have thoughts and feelings?
Yes. Y'all ever watch Jujutsu Kaisen?
I have not.
Okay, so for those of you who have, for the viewers at home, hey, but
hey.
the character who like is in like that like potty thing, like as in like a pod, not as in a bathroom, but like
Mekamaru.
Yeah. And that's what I also thought was going on.
Yes.
Is that he's not actually as strong, because thinking about it, like, he's able to do this stuff, and he says to Amaya, I don't know if you'd be able to do what I do. And Dragon Breath is actually a very common sorcerer spell, so I could do what you do, so I want to understand why you think I can't. But yeah, I agree with that theory, but I think he's a sick little guy, and I think maybe the Horde, like, the reason it's so protected is not only because his stuff is there, but because his like weakness is there, you know. I additionally, this is just a thought, I wanted to share Amaya's idea of how she was going to get out of being made, which was since she had the conversation with Fagio, she was going to be like, he's in love. I'm so sorry. I just didn't want you to focus on him, so I was the distraction because Faggio's the most beautiful person in the world. So how are you not going to pick him? Kind of vibe, and try and give like a different reason for being a distraction. And then other thoughts and feelings. I really enjoyed like the like character to character moments last episode. I don't know if you guys saw my little edit, but the conversation that Sayer and Amaya had means the world to my heart. And so I edited to Olivia Rodrigo.
It was so good, and I was screaming. I looked at it, I was like, it's like someone made a fan edit of things that we made, and it's just so good.
That's
So
one thing.
good.
If I'm at a table, I'm making a fan edit.
I need to see this. I have not seen this. I need to see this.
It's on the Insta.
It's on Insta and TikTok. But yeah. I think one of my other theories is that like the servants' quarter might be dead end to get all the way to the horde. So you might have to like destroy like something to get all the way there. Because in my head, and if I'm this tyrant dude, there's no way I'm letting anyone like have access to that that I can't constantly watch. And the way that you do that is one way in, one way out. So if you're a flying little guy, the easiest way is to have it be that like a molten lava path. But yeah, that's what I've got.
Woo.
Um,
Blackwell, what do you got for us? Thoughts and feelings?
My brain keeps saying that there's a way to turn people good, right? Because that's me innately. Like there's always a spark of goodness in someone. Maybe there's a reason why they can't do good or they're afraid of doing good. I'm stuck on the Vulpin and I'm stuck on the person that both Sayer and I'm fighting for my life right now. Nandeep knew. And my brain just keeps saying, could we turn them? Could we like get them to see the light? Because I'm always on my Kingdom Hearts bullshit, right? Like I'm on my friendship is magic, be purified by the light, Kingdom Hearts is light, all that kind of stuff right there. But I also know in my heart of hearts, some people are just evil. Straight up. There's not even a spark of good in them. You can try, but they are selfish to the day they die. They came out like that and they will go like that. But again, I have hope. Can we change these people's mind? Can we get them to revolutionize themselves? Can we get them to recognize that here's the pain and strife that you've caused? It's hard for me to theory craft because I know in the back chat, like I talked about, like we are in Strahd's castle right now. That's where my brain goes into. Like in this dungeon that we about to be in, this is Strahd's castle. Ain't nothing good here. It's all bad news. But maybe there is something good here. Maybe something besides the wish that can assist us. Something that could change reality or alter reality. I just wanting to find hope in a situation where hope is limited. I think that's where I'm at right now. It's hard for me to theory craft. It's hard for me to like be like, okay, I think this was going to happen. I think this is going to happen. But my brain is always like, where is hope? How can we forge hope out of this situation? Not finding it, but forging it. And I could go deep into that, but we're not going to go into that right now.
Speaking of saying that perhaps you can find things that will be helpful. One, I remind Steph that he has that leaf from that ant woman And she said, crumble that, and I will come to you. And also, I'm going to announce this here. I was gonna do it over like the week, but I think it's more fun announcing it here. Pick a very rare magic item and send it to me. You do not have it yet, but send it to me.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
it's just the talking about like hope and also how we were with the wishes and everything like that. That's why Nandipa doesn't know if the right wish is like, how detailed can you be? Because in a world where you can be very detailed, and as long as it's said in the same moment, it would all count as one wish. She would wish for the eradication of Rhaegareth the Rot and his entire Rhaegareth the Rot and his entire administration. Because while some of those people can be turned, uh, you actually re-inspired this for just now, Blackwell, thinking like Kingdom Hearts. Listen, 13 people came back from being tortured nobodies who didn't exist and said, let me get that dark man back in my system, and went bad again. And then one of them, when you beat him, and you're like, but you have
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
We
without
just got to
spoilers.
Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 3.
No.
Don't ruin it. Don't tell me
I'm not.
don't tell
I'm not.
say too much.
I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
Axe
so
a lot-
sorry.
Axe a lot of this
No.
conversation.
No, yeah, I'm being as vague as possible, but like the reason why I'm saying, and I'm being super vague because Taylor's still on Cerberus in Kingdom Hearts 1, so
It makes me so mad. I want to throw my controller at my
I told
TV.
you to grind. I told you to level grind and you didn't. I
I'm
told you to
15.
level.
I'm level 15.
You have
How
to be
you-
level 15 when you leave Destiny Islands.
God damn it.
At least the way I play. I'm level 15, still fighting Riku. Anyway, yeah, no, sometimes you can turn people around. Other times you can try and they will give you the finger and fade away because they are that way, and that's not changing. And in Nandipa's mind, she would rather be villainized for not giving grace to the people who could have been turned than still have the problem because she wanted to hope that people could be better. So
Brina, you got something going
Yeah.
on over there.
I think like we got to see a little bit of it with Amaya and Amorta. Is that her name?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she says that she doesn't judge her for her choice because it's not out of evil or selfishness. She wants to protect her family, you know? And I think that's like the core of it, right? Like if somebody's doing something just for their own personal gain, like it feels like not like there's no chance that they can be redeemed, but like why would I waste time that I could spend saving others, saving you? Whereas it's like if you see a little light in somebody. But also, oh no, the thought, it's gone.
No, you can catch it.
If I can help a little,
Yeah.
there's self-preservation, right? Like you're going to protect what's yours and who's around you, like your main core people. But then there's also that part where it's like, okay, if you could protect them, can't you protect others? Because community, at the end of the day, y'all probably heard me. For those of you who've been following me, you've probably heard me scream this a couple of times. We need our communities. Hug your mother, hug your father, hug your uncle, your auntie, your brother, sister, somebody, because we need each other. If you can find that spark in a community, if you could build that community to keep you going, anything's possible. I'm not sure if that's where you were going, but that's
No,
where
I
my
do
brain
agree.
kind of goes.
It was my second thought. I found it again. No, Britt, go first.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think these are interesting conversations, and I think just like with the way the world is now, I kind of think to myself through some of these and like, what would I do if I were in XYZ situation? Because I would like to think I'm a good person, and I would like to think that I would never do blah blah blah. But like, if the life of my husband is on the line, how quickly will I turn? If my little brother is on the line, you know what I mean? So I try, it's hard because you just don't know what's in someone's heart. And I try to think about like, they could be terrified. They could not have any other choices. They could not have community. And I think part of that is like, when you think about community, everyone is quick to think that community and safety means that like everything is hunky dory and perfect and no one ever makes a mistake. But what community and safety is like, you hurt me and then we repair it. You made a mistake and now we do better and we move forward together. That's what real community is. And so I feel like by shutting people out and not giving them the chance to want to be better, and I feel like that's kind of where I am like with Kieran a little bit, where the focus is more so on the mission and saving people and not so much on the people and the choices that they've made. Because I feel like when you get caught up in like the administration and who's around them and things like that, you are caught up in anger and you don't get as much done because you're focused in the wrong place. So if I can focus on the fact that I need to save the town and my loved ones and my friends, if I can get there, then the fallout that happens afterwards is the fallout that happens afterwards. And that's a problem for tomorrow, Kieran. But for today, like I have to save my friends. And I feel like operating in that, I feel like hopefully is kind of where we all come to, because I think right now we're all really split on how to get there, but we all have the same goal of like, we have to figure this out regardless. So I'm really excited to see like, do we all clash about what to do once that wish is made? I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And like everyone's really touched on exactly what I wanted to convey with these NPCs of like, there are bad actors who are in it for themselves, and then there are people that are scared and have not known that there is a different option. And both of those people perpetuate harm, but one of those people is worth forcing into a better life, you know? And like the many facets of the kind of people that are surrounding this type of person is exactly what I wanted to drive into my NPCs. And I'm very glad that that came across, as especially like as well as the NPCs of like the revolutionary side with like Aurelius and God, what's his name? Rathier. There were originally a couple more that were supposed to be around that table, but I was like, for brevity's sake, we're just gonna have it be these two. There was going to be a punk rock fairy, and I'm kind of so sad she's not.
You could have bring her. What in the world? What do you mean was going to?
Yeah,
we need punk rock fairy.
I am literally, I am punk rock. I was establishing that in the world.
We had the representation of punk rock. We didn't need a.
That's
never too much punk. Never too much punk.
You could have gone pop punk.
Yeah,
I need punk rock fairy in my life. Bring them back. Bring them back.
Bring them back.
I don't know. Contact the Pixies and maybe. Yes. What's the question?
So this is probably going a little bit broader than this limited series was supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other Draco Hydras? Does Rhaegarth have children? Does Rhaegarth have hatchlings? Does Rhaegarth have family of any kind? Are there other, like, yeah.
So the little intro lore at the very first episode said that this Draco Hydra. Bye, Britt. Britt had to go because Britt's gonna go be on Castaway, which we should all go watch after this because I love Castaway. So the Draco Hydra came to be because a mortal stumbled upon a magic item that then merged all of the elemental planes with the Feywild, merging as well the rulers of those elemental planes. So this Draco Hydra was not a natural occurring being. And all these dragons coming together, the inherent selfishness is the only word that comes to it, but you know, the dragons need to collect that inherent need and greed and want in a dragon being combined into one body drove him absolutely crazy.
Right.
So Draco Hydras are not a natural occurring being. They cannot reproduce because they are not a natural occurring being. You had to cut several dragons apart and put them together.
Yeah.
So he is the only one of his kind. But that also
Okay.
means he has the lifetimes of 5 dragons. So he's got a long ways to go.
That does simplify the wish a little bit more, but that's why I was like, this is probably too big brain, but let me ask. Because I was like, hey, if we get rid of him and then they just have someone else to prop up where they put him, like, how much are we fixing?
I have been thinking about the wish very diligently because one thing with everybody who's ever DM'd for me will know is I'm a bit of a menace with spells, and I am so like detail oriented that I'm like, I wish and that excludes this and this can't happen. I go on for a really long time. But I had, if you're one of the people who play in my home game, do not listen to this, okay?
Plug your ears.
Plug your ears.
And sing
I basically have a game that I'm running that's like, it's like basically a redo kind of thing. Like they were defeated by the villain and they don't have all of their memories, but they start back at the camp that they like set off on their journey with. And in that, the reason that happens is because like one of the players gets the wish spell, but it's like seconds before they also die. So they only have like a couple seconds to say something, and they're just like, let us try again. And so I'm like, if you only have a couple seconds to make a wish, like what are you saying that like dismantles this system? And in my head, it's make everyone equal.
Mm-hmm.
Give everybody like equity, you know?
Mm-hmm. I was talking about this specifically with my lovely partner because he has such a technical brain. He thinks about everything. And so we were talking about the wish spell, and he was like, I love using the wish spell because when someone like wishes, like say they want the BBEG to be dead, fine, you're transported years in the future when that BBEG died of natural causes. And like that monkey's paw, he's so good about it. He's so good with that. And I can't confirm or deny if that is going to be a element of this wish stone, because I think it's fun to keep you guys a little afraid. But that's why I love the wish spell. That's why I think banning it in games is just be creative about it, you know? It makes it fun. It makes it exciting. Keeps you on your toes as a DM, and I love that. I love that. I love when players make me have to be like, roleplay amongst yourselves. I need to write something. Like, it's so much fun because it makes me a better DM and flexes that muscle. Considering that we have been going for about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's around the wrap up time of this little talk back that we have, is Steph and Blackwell, I haven't heard you guys speaking too much. Do you guys have any final thoughts that you would like to share with our audience?
No, I'm excited to play on Monday and fix our mistakes.
Less about the game and just in general. Hey, y'all, the world's crazy. It's weird. It's wonky. It's wild. We talked about community just now. I'll keep on saying, hug a mother, hug a father, hug a brother, hug a sister, hug a uncle, aunt, friend, cousin, somebody. Send that message of just like, hey, been thinking about you. What's good? Let's go get some food. Like, we are not a one-man army. We cannot be. We are human beings. We're flawed by nature. Whatever mythos, religion you believe in, it's all going to come back to the same thing of like, you are bound to make mistakes. But that's why you have a squad with you. That's why you have a team. Find your team so that they can connect you to another team and another team. And well, look at that. You got an organization. You got a franchise. And now you have a bunch of checks and balances to basically look at you and say, you sure? I know when you say I'm good in that tone, it usually means this. You ain't good. Get your ass out the house. We're going someplace. Just find love and hope.
And on top of that, patronize your local library. Do something with your local community center, because that place is popping more than you think it is. And make friends with your neighbors, because the people right next to you are going to be the people that help you in times of need.
All it takes is just a, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Drop off
Just
some
a hi.
cookies. My neighbors are awesome. Little one does karate. He does. It's so cute.
My neighbors upstairs gives me, bottles. We're not going to talk about what the bottles are, but they give me a bottle every now and then because they're just like, yeah, I know that you've been stressed. Like, what? They've asked me, like, what do you like to drink? And now they got a list of specific things, and I'm like, thank you so much.
That's so lovely. I love that. Yeah, neighbors are important. My neighbors growing up were very, very important. My little apartment neighbors.
The neighbor right next door to me gave my son clothes that I was stressing out, like, oh my God, you are growing. How am I going to? I got to worry for a little bit. Talk to people. You'd be surprised who's willing and wanting to help, or who has something that they're like, oh wait, you said you need it. Here you go. Or hey, I saw this. Here you go. People aren't as cruel as we make them out to be or been told they can be.
Yeah. It's a very scary world that is still full of so much love out there. And if there's anything that we here can remind you of, it is that. And with a final, please do what you can to donate to Trans Lifeline, because they are an amazing organization that is doing just that, helping neighbors, helping people, helping community members that need it the most. And that is very important, not only to me, but to everybody here. Thank you so much for tuning in to our little talk back. We've talked so much about food. Go get yourself something to eat and go watch Castaway, because Britt is over there.
I got a salad waiting on me on the other side of this room.
Wait, can we? How do you? What is it called when you finish a stream and we get transferred over?
Raid.
I kind of want to raid. Yes, I want to see if we can do that.
I do have to run. I need to turn my computer off. I'm overheating.
Yeah,
yes.
You go sleep.
Go cool off. Goodbye, everybody.